Hey guys, Matt here with 1HP and welcome back to another episode of Quickfire Q&A. Today I'm going to be answering a question from a friend of mine, or Serena Uwu, at Rena Dearest _. And she asked, hey you, hope all's been well in life, with 2 exclamation marks, and just like the exclamation marks, I have been doing pretty well. Thanks for saying that. I've been wanting to ask you about a targeting stretch for my pinky. I've been streaming a lot of Apex lately, and since I hold the shift button, my pinky's been sore. Is there a stretch I can do, or should I just be more conscious to press shift with my pinky flat? So first off, I think this is a great question because it considers whether or not you should use a flat versus tip point when you're pressing your keys. I think first of all, what we should realize is that we don't have to necessarily change how we're actually pressing the keys, right? Because the main reason why you might be feeling soreness is likely that you've just been playing a little too much. You don't have the endurance to handle the high APMs per however many hours you've been streaming or playing. So I would absolutely look at your schedule first to see if, hey, maybe I played a little too long, I didn't do some stretches in between some games, I haven't really been doing some wrist conditioning exercises for my wrist and hand, specifically my pinky, knowing that I use shift a lot in a game like Apex. So understanding your distribution of wrist and hand and finger movements with the games that you play can really guide what exercise that you do in between, before and after your games. So in general, there are stretches that you can do to help undo a lot of the stress when you are using your pinky a lot. And it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is grab your bottom 2 fingers. You can even isolate and grab your pinky. But you start like this, grab your pinky, bend it back, bend your wrist back, and then you can even straighten your elbow all the way out. You might not even be able to see. It's kind of hard at this angle. Maybe if I turn a little bit, it's like this. But you can hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. Again, it starts hands up, palm facing yourself, hold the last 2 fingers, bend your wrist back, or bend your fingers back, bend your wrist back, then straighten your elbow, hold that for 20 to 30 seconds. And you can repeat that 2 to 3 times after maybe 1 to 2 hours of you playing. So whenever you take a break, get up and get some water, which I hope you're doing, you can do those stretches to undo the stress. So the second part of this answer is that you should consider doing some exercises to build up, as I always say, endurance with the muscles of your pinky, which are right over here, that allow you to handle running away a lot in Apex, holding shift, sliding around a lot. I'm not sure what your shift is binded to, but if you're pressing it a lot, then you should be using or building up the endurance of the muscles right over here, or even slips of fibers that go down into your forearm. And the way that I like to recommend doing that is, there's 2 ways. You can use no equipment, you can use just your hands and provide your own resistance. And typically what I do is, if I demonstrate this, you can bend your wrist back, bend your fingers here, and you're going to provide resistance at your fingers, almost like in my 9-minute exercise video, but you're slowly allowing your fingers to come down, providing resistance with your fingers this way, going up. So slowly letting it go down, repeating that 10 to 15 times. And I would do this for 2 to 3 sets, for sets of 15 to 20, either 1 to 2 hours before you play or after your session, as a way to build up your endurance. So as a sort of a conditioning routine. You don't want to do it right before you start to play because it can fatigue your muscles, that whole 3 sets of 15. But you can do 1 set to warm up some of your muscles so that they're working a little better. And another thing that you can do is use something that I always recommend using, like a Digiflex. So you can use this. You can either hold it in the standard or neutral grip like this, press and hold, slowly release. And because in a game like Apex, you might be holding the shift button a lot, you want to mimic that type of movement. So how you can perform the exercises, instead of neutral grip like this, you want to bring your palms down because you're holding your keyboard like that, and then you're pressing your pinky on the shift button like that as well. But you press and hold either the last 3 or the last 2 keys, I guess you can say here, and you hold it for about 5 seconds, 3, 4, 5, and then slowly bring it back. And you can repeat that up to 12 times, 5 seconds hold each, and then that entire sequence for 2 sets. And again, I would combine that with maybe this routine in the morning and nighttime, definitely aside from when you're about to play, because you don't want to fatigue your muscles. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope that was helpful for you guys. Rena, I hope that was helpful for you. If you guys have any questions, leave some comments in the description, or message me on Twitter, or shoot me an email, or come to my address and ask me a question in my face. And I don't know if you guys realize, but I answered a question about pinkies with the pink hat. That was subtle. Thank you guys so much for watching again. I'll see you guys soon.